Hello and welcome to another episode of
Vapes and Bakes.
Today we're bringing you our first ever hardware review, and we're reviewing these bad boys. It's the E8 pod system from Vapeants.
Yeah, and
So, first of all, we're also
oh yeah, of course.
just to keep in track with our baking, we're having a bit of coffee cake, homemade by Cam here.
Yeah. So I spent yesterday baking, some coffee cake, some other bits. So.
Yeah, and we'll post the recipe for that down below. Yeah. So, Cam, do you want to take us through the unboxing?
All right. So while Josh has been using his for a week now to get kind of used to the system and get a feel for it, I thought I'd wait until we did the review so that you guys could have a kind of fresh look on it and a kind of a used look on it as well. So this is the boxing, lovely packaging, nice, kind of feels a bit like a pack of cigarettes the way you can pop the top open like that. And then inside, what do we get given? So we've got the vape itself there, which is lovely and it's tiny actually. And you've got one pod
Just over there, mate.
in there. Sorry, just put that over there. You've got a second spare pod up there, and then what else do you have?
Got a lanyard.
Lanyard with a little kind of rubber ring there, so that you can attach it to your vape, which is what Josh is currently sporting at the moment. And then you got a charger for it.
And it's actually a really nice charger as well. It's if I just grab mine,
Oh, it's a flat cable.
It's a ribbon, which is actually quite
Is
nice.
that what they're called?
Ribbon charger, yeah.
Ribbon charger.
So it's quite a solid, like that feels really sturdy as well.
So
High
I always
quality
remember
charger.
people at school used to have them for their headphones, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, they did always look cool, didn't they?
Yeah, that's it. All right, so I filled a pod that Josh has very kindly filled up for me. Should we talk about what juices we're using?
Yeah,
today?
so we're both using pod salts. I'm using the pink haze,
And I'm using the cola with lime.
and they're both absolutely delicious. We got these from Expo, and again we'll post a link in the description for where you can get hold of these. But yeah, so moving on to these. Like Cam said, I've been using this now for a week. I really dig this. It's so easy to use. It's just a really simple drag and draw. It's got a really tight inhale, hasn't it?
It does actually. That's really nice. And I take the flavour that we got going there. That's delicious.
And I've found with some pod systems that I've used that the flavour doesn't really come through
Yeah.
very well at all, whereas this just packs loads of flavour.
Yeah, and you get a nice kind of dense smoke, which again gives you that kind of cigarette kind of feeling hit. Still a little bit cleaner. What's the nicotine content of these, Josh?
These are 20ml nic salts, but it's like I've used 20ml nic salts before, and you get a massive head rush. And I was going to ask for a 10ml, but I totally forgot to ask, which is
really?
why we got 20ml nic salts. But yeah, and this because I don't know. I feel like it's the way that it works. I'm not getting sort of that sort of head rush from the nicotine that I've had with
mad intensity.
Yeah, so actually I feel like we've gotten away with using the 20ml in these because you don't really get that.
That, I mean, I suppose the other thing that can do is it could sneak up on you, and you might find that you're using slightly more nicotine. But I think if you're keeping tabs on it, and you're consciously trying to reduce the amount of nicotine, or you're quite happy using nicotine, then that's fine, you know.
And also, you don't have to be using nic salts with these. I'm just using these because I like the flavour when I tried them out. You can use any strength nicotine bottles, just keep to the 50-50 liquids.
Yeah.
Because I think any thicker in these coils will burn out quite quickly. But it's, yeah, like I said, it's got a really tight draw. The airflow system on this goes through the USB charger on the bottom there. And that gives a really nice tight draw. And also,
It's gorgeous, actually.
quite hilariously,
So, if you've got a friend that doesn't like inhaling, you can just blow
you
it
can
into
just
their mouth.
exhale.
You know, it's like a kind of little trumpet.
Yeah, and so when you're inhaling, you've got a little blue light on the bottom that lights up, and that gives you that tells you that it's on and that it's working, and it's got sort of different indicators for for when it's out of power, when if it's short circuited, if the inhale's too long, because it does have a limit. I think it's a 10-second limit on how long you can inhale for.
I'm not sure. I mean, especially with these 20ml.
Yeah, you're not going to be drawing for 20.
I'm not sure you could
10
do
seconds.
a 10-second draw. Should we give it a go just to see?
Go for it.
Right. No, I'm not inhaling that. That's way too much. All right.
And yeah, that cut off.
Did it? I didn't even notice mine cut off.
Yeah, mine cut off. It started flashing at me just to tell me that your inhale's too long.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, why are you doing this to yourself? Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. It proves it works.
And yeah, there's a little instruction booklet inside that tells you how it works and stuff. And the charge is really quick as well. It charges up in I think 40 minutes.
That's really good.
Which is really, really quick. And also, I've been using this all week. I'm not been chaining it, like just smashing it constantly. It's kind of just been as and when. I'll take a little draw here or there every few hours, and that'll keep me going. And it's not like on my RDA I'll just be chaining it all day because I'm on
quite happily puff away, you know.
Whereas this, but the battery lasts absolutely forever.
What kind of battery time have you kind of had this week then?
Well, I haven't charged it once.
That's insane. That's really good. And I think that's certainly, like, especially after the expo, trying lots of different pod systems.
Yeah.
The battery life is brilliant on them.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a 400 mAh battery inside it, so it's quite a small battery, but it does just last forever. The pods are 1.5 ohms, but yeah.
Which is really quite low, actually, for a pod system.
Yeah.
You know, that's really nice, and you get a lovely kind of flavour off it. Smoke's nice and dense. And one of the really nice things about these, let me grab another one of my spare pods, is that they're refillable. So something that we found quite a lot at the Vape Expo was that people were selling pods that basically, you know, you vape them for however many, 200 puffs, 300 puffs, and then they're done. And especially if you don't have kind of recyclable materials, that's a lot of waste.
And
It's
that's
a lot of
be
waste.
really bad for the environment as well.
You know, I understand the appeal of replicating a pack of cigarettes essentially.
And these pods are really great as well because, like Cam said, they're refillable. They're really easy. Got a little red tab on the side there that comes out. You need to be really careful that you're not just like jamming loads of juice in there because it will just spill out. You need to kind of gently encourage it in.
What's the size?
It's held in magnetically, and it's quite nice and tight as well. Because I mean, it's not going anywhere, which is really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
So this could be thrown around all over the place, and that thing's not coming out. So that's our first ever hardware review.
Really good.
What,
So
out of 10?
I'll give it an 8. I think that's cracking.
I'm gonna give it a 9. I love it. Well done, Vapeants.
Well done.
See you next time. Goodbye.
See you later.